Oivoia uksonkop noko uison.
Hello! You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tian's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable... Hello! But for now...
Oivoia uksonkop noko uison sia.
The other girls say I charge too much, but I'm worth it.
Ignore the spots. You won't catch it.
We ought to form a guild. Everyone else has them, why not us?
Another day, another bowl of rice, I hope. Filthy thieves stole my rags!
You ever seen a ghost? My parents are ghosts now. I ain't never seen them, though.
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to snap.
Stop right there! I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here. They're good men, but we're all a bit mad right now. The Great Dam is open and the lake that feeds into the river is gone. My ship is stranded here like a lame water buffalo. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam.
Hey, couldn't we just help this man without trying to make a profit from it?
I'm grateful to the lady for her thought, but I am also a merchant, so I understand the way of the world. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have. You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key. He's in the town square. You'll see him standing in front of a cart. Just don't ask him about the burned-out building nearby.
I sense an embarrassing story. It is good to know that we should avoid the subject.
It really isn't important. Just get that key from him and close the Great Dam. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
filthy thieves stole my rags!
If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a...
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tian's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tian's Landing, if that's why you're here. You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested. It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. "You dart like a lynx," he would say, "but you balance like a drunken frog." He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck. As I said, I'm not really from here, so there's not much I can tell you. You could try talking to Minister... I get the sense that he doesn't do much about it, but he's at least... I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tian's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go. Let's see what I...
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and... What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor. That is exactly the case. You are not worthy to help me in my task. I need someone who understands that discord, friction, and trial are the true sources of strength. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows. It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here.
If one more of these villagers sneers at me, I'm going to start punching.
Your move, old goat.
This here's a private club. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
Be careful in here. I don't relish the idea of fighting my way out of this place.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you? You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years they'd be used to losing. But they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them. Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me. No, I bet he didn't. Wouldn't want to go around telling people how he left me high and dry, would he? But the fact is, Bay promised to marry me long before that seamstress batted her brazen little eyes at him. He didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. Even now, he'd rather get beaten up every day than face me. Or he sends someone in his place, like you. I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to. Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll talk to him. But I'm not going to let him weasel out of his promise.
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bay. If Lon's going to marry you, she should know what kind of man you really are.
She said there was something I need to know, Bay. What's going on? What is she talking about? What? Bay, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bay. It was summer, and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was upset because Li Shun had called me ugly. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, "I think you're pretty, Eiling. And someday when we're grown up, I'll marry you."
What? But that was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that. Kids say all kinds of things, Eileen. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. But that same day you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy. Kids always say things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me, Bay. You were the only boy who didn't tease me, the only one I liked. You promised to marry me, and you're going to keep that promise. Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Now he pretends like he doesn't even know me. He's changed. Yes, but Well, you're right. I know you're right. Bay's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise. You win, Lon. Bay is yours.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have. Please, take it with my thanks.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well? Your generosity knows no bounds. I'm overwhelmed.
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so little. Wait, I know. We will name our first child after you to honor your memory.
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bay. I don't know what came over me. When I heard you and Lon were getting married, I just snapped.
It's okay, Eiling. I hope things work out for you.
Come on, Bay. Let's go.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming. Ha! You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what, you find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course. The only reason I was interested in Bay was because I figured he was my only chance of ever finding a husband, and I knew he was a decent guy. It's not like he was the love of my life or anything. He just seemed like a logical choice. There's not a lot of options in this town. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. Schumann the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check it. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
You got something to say, you say it to Eiling. You got something to say...
Hello again. I ain't had much luck finding myself a wife yet, but I'll keep trying. Big... Rice? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. My old father warned me about your type. I ain't looking to buy me no woman. No lady for hire type gals for this country, boy. I just want a nice, respectable gal to be my wife. One who can help me out on the farm and such. You do? That's great! Is she pretty? Is she a nice, simple gal who'll help me out on the farm and keep me warm at night? Well, let's go meet her. You better lead the way, 'cause I don't know where we're going. Wow, you sure are pretty. And you got a real nice club here for you and your friends. My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big.
Big! Yes, I can see that. Well, Big Tian, my name's Eiling. I haven't seen you around town before. I'd remember someone like you.
Yeah, I ain't never been to the big city before. Usually I stay out on my farm, but my old father told me it's time to get me a wife, so... You want to get married now?
You aren't really the sharpest knife in the rack, are you, Tian?
Look, I know I ain't the smartest guy, but I work hard, and I'll treat you real good. I got a nice farm, and I just need someone who ain't afraid of helping me work it.
A farm, eh? I've spent my whole life living in the town. I'm not sure I want to leave Tian's Landing. I can't argue with that. And I'm the kind of woman who doesn't mind getting her hands dirty with a little hard work.
That's good, 'cause sometimes you get real dirty out on the farm, especially when it rains.
I think I'd like to talk to Tian a little bit more. In private. We need to get to know each other better. You lived up to your part of the bargain and brought me a decent prospect. So I'll live up to mine. Here's the silver I promised you.
Woo-wee! Where'd a young gal like you get all that silver?
Tian, there's a lot I have to tell you.
Always a pleasure to talk to. You have some understanding of the way of the open palm, but Stone Immortal is not easily taught. Return to me when you feel you understand. When you...
Irkana, o Nigasuri Irkwana no Kasa Iriru.
pretty.
Wo afaweer sun urk vonir ook. Oeksier sa fiet kup wo sarkier.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onu yu tashika wheel fonil sataraponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
Make no trouble here in Tien's Landing. We've had enough.
Lord Yun has put out a call for aid. Will none of you answer? Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test? A mercenary, are you? What else should I expect in this town? If you have the skills, then Lord Yun has the silver to pay for them. The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manner. Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Koni onuyu, koki tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ipnano pir ni won. Wonoir efuir uxum norgfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir. Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair shafir owo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir o finopifu. Wonoir efuir uxum norgfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir. Usosir uthak tarwair shafir owosu. onu yuir napair, wo quair shapshir fan onu yusair ikupan. Sair sankut noka wo napar aquaifan u nakwair kosuair. Ukir rafir sasir sonsir. Usosir utha. Sair sankut noka wo napar aquaifan u nakwair kosuair. Ukir rafir sas onu yuir napair wo quair shapshir fan onu yusair ik. Usosir uthak tarawair shathir owosu. Sair sankut noka wo napar aquaifan u nakwair kosuair. Ukir Okyoir rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, wo kausoir noka wo tarawail shaksir o finopi. Onu yuir napair wo.
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you? Well, I make my living by knowing people. I can clearly see that you are of the finest sort. That is to say, the sort with silver ready in. Can I interest you in some seed? What about a pitchfork? I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their heirs. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's Landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say... Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire. However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around. I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one. I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fishnets, and superb boat scrubbers. I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic. Who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry two babies? Very well. When you're ready to spend...
Filthy thieves stole my rags!
Hey? What do you want? I'm Wei. Some call me Old Wei, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me. Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most of the people in Tien's Landing. Why, most of them don't even remember what it was like before the flood. 18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public works all over the empire, including the great dam downriver. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not sure what it would mean. Some worried that it might flood us out. Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would tell us, surely. One day, the great dam was finished, and the floodgates were closed. The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming for their children who'd gone out to play. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. We survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed from exhaustion, but the water kept rising. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too, and when I woke, I found the water had stopped rising. The great dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. The lake completely covered the ruins of our town. Life went on, but no word ever came from the Imperial City. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the Emperor, or were we just beneath his notice? I will never know. The crewmen who manned the Great Dam would come to town sometimes, but they knew no more than we. A few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. They just went off in the night, soon after the Great Dam opened on its own. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruins. And underwater these 18 years. And now they're back. I don't know what made the Great Dam open. Some say it was ghosts. They say those who died in the town don't want to be forgotten. Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the Great Dam is not a simple thing. They say there is magic involved in its construction. You look like you know how to fight. You look like you can stand up for yourself, so you don't understand. We are villagers. We farm and fish. We live at the mercy of the gods, nature, and the Emperor. If one or all of these masters is kind, it is good. If one or all choose to be cruel, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to get the fish hauled in. The people started a new life here, but there was much pain and sorrow. Conversations would trail off. At night you could hear women sobbing, and not a few men. Finally, people stopped talking about the past, and then they refused to talk about it altogether. And eventually they pretended it never happened. Well, thank you for listening, youngster. Not many do any.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad.
Tawi ia kawana ia.
Get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
The Emperor doesn't care about us. That's why he sent someone like Shang.
I hear strange sounds coming from the ruins at night. They say it's ghosts.
Is the Emperor really 10 feet tall?
Get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
It is not easy to be Minister Shane, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult strait. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Shane simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own. You what? Insolence! My career is on the line, and you want to talk about something else? Look about you! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. I have nary a clue. Unless... Oh, very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man. It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassin. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. Not for me, certainly, because I never asked you to do anything, right? Now, I happen to know of a ship's captain down on the waterfront, Ing, I think, who is trapped here. He has a big cargo rotting in his hold. I am sure he would pay a good sum to anyone who could close the Great Dam. Of course, being a stranger, he'd not be able to tell you that you'd need to go through the ruins which lie through the West Gate. Tourists rarely know the lie of the land, you see. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there. The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this troubled town, and yet another headache for poor Minister Sheng. They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers to capture slaves. Do you know how bad it looks when someone under my jurisdiction is captured by slavers? Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Gao, the man I hear is running them, knows that would draw too much attention. Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character by all accounts. There are even rumors he is connected to that infamous crime syndicate known as the Guild. The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became much more serious when Gao took over. The pirates started using flyers and gathering slaves at an enormous rate. I imagine things are very unpleasant over at their camp. But the only approach is by river, and no sane bargeman would be willing to risk such a journey. Sane people don't go looking for the pirates. They avoid them. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Oh yes, let's. I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this... But the flyers never stopped in Tian's Landing. They headed upriver, towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now, I could not... Minister Sheng needs... Ah, my favorite subject. Ask, and Sheng, Imperial Minister of Harmony for this entire region, will let you bask in the glory that is... me. Don't! Why, how dare... Yes, you are right. I am Minister of this bleeding pus pool of a town. And yes, it is because I am in disfavor. Are you through? Because you haven't yet picked on my appearance or my family history? Why stop short of completely obliterating the last little bit of dignity to which Minister Sheng clings? Woe to Sheng that his sole ally is an uneducated simpleton. The Ministry of Harmony oversees taxes and executions for this entire region. Judge Fang, the Chief Minister of Harmony. He didn't want me anywhere near the seat of power. He sent me here, an exile as unjust as any in the history of the Empire. Jealousy! You see, by the rosters of the imperial bureaucracy, I am next in line for Fang's job. It was only a matter of time until Minister Sheng ascended to his position. Fang does not think much of me, so he banished me to this remote branch of the Ministry of Harmony. Now one of his lackeys will take my rightful position as his successor. The shame! Since the Great Dam opened and the lake drained, there has been a ship trapped in port and the sailors are growing increasingly rowdy. Some of them got drunk and set fire to the Ministry of Harmony's office. That is the ruin of it over there. What can be done? The sailors want to leave as badly as the town. I'm sure Captain Ing down by the pier would offer you some sort of... I once lived in the Imperial City. I was almost a regular. It is true I am knowledgeable and well-traveled. Very well, let me elucidate. A giant among men, superb, the best emperor ever. Surely he will soon allow me to return to the Imperial City. Surely. Of course, I hold all the Emperor's advisors in the highest esteem. Death's Hand serves the Emperor, as do we all. He is a trifle terrifying, however. But I respect him. Oh, yes, I respect him so very, very. Oh, I miss it so. And it misses me, I am sure. A grand place, but I fear I shall never see it again. Even the mention of the name brings sorrow to Minister Sheng's heart. Please, let us discuss some other topic. Recollecting the grandeur of the Imperial City in these mean and meager surroundings is too cruel a tragedy to bear. Excellent. Truly good news. I haven't anything else to do. I'm still hours away from committing suicide. Oh, please, ask away. Minister Sheng, that's Imperial Minister Sheng of the Ministry of Harmony, has nothing better to do than act as your guide to local custom. A ship was in port when the Great Dam opened and the river... I'm sure Captain Ing, down by... Minister Sheng may be banished to this festering boil of a town, but I refuse to learn anything of its history. There is far too much for me to worry about. Ask your questions of the old fool who crouches on the north side of the square, muttering to himself. Directions? Are you taunting Minister Sheng? This is not the Imperial City. One could hardly get lost in a place like this. Just look around and you'll find what you seek. The humiliation that a dread and mighty lord such as I should be reduced to answering the questions of simple folk. Yes, yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the Great Dam, and I never said that.
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nupa. Oknikofia apania soso tatasi noni nano yokyo wia sonsi yo. Ika kahia wo noka kike ia wo shathia oko uki ia. Oknikofia apania soso tatasi noni nano yokyo wia sonsi ia wo yo. Niwupa ia kupusa ia ewath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak mikano wo napia shak. Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yok. Niwupa ia kupusa ia ewath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak mikano. Oknikofia apania soso tatasi noni nano yokyo wia sonsi ia wo yowia. Wonoa ia sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia ifowia okta wikino. Piershat uk ni uksa ia sunpuno kahon wo ushashia uksa. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia ifowia okta wikino. Utatsa ia okayowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafau awath utkuo wo kokopia kawa ia ewoth.
Praise the Emperor. Old mother. Praise the Emperor. Old Mother.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Old Mother Kwan is trying to make this place respectable again.
No, I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink. 2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time. Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
You will? Thank the Emperor.
And who are you? My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my bar. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show 'em. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead. Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now. Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk. But when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before I go. Now, no need to get upset. I'm drunk, but I'm not unreasonable. If you really want to go that badly, I'll take you. You can work out some of that anger on the pirates. I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go. The only questions I ever get are things like, can you leave now? And, can you not vomit in here? Are those the sort of things you're likely to ask? I've been pulling a barge ever since I was old enough to hold the pole. Been drinking since about then, too. And that's my life. Many a bottle of wine finished, many a trip on the river. More bottles than trips, to be honest. Not much more to tell. I'm just a simple man with simple needs. Ha! You make a wonderful jest. Wine is my best friend. She keeps me company in bad times and good. I soon cut out my tongue, I would. But don't let that worry. My barge will get you where you want to go safe and sound. Even drunk, I can navigate the river 10 times better than anyone else in the village. I really don't know what you think I'll be able to tell you. I also have substantial experience with the bottom of a wine bowl and a wine barrel. But that's about it. I'm not real good at this whole question and answer thing. Good. I got lots to do before we go. check the barge, check our supplies, sample the wine. You never want to travel with bad wine.
He seems sincere. It might be foolish to place our trust in someone so fond of wine, but I believe he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Things are so much better now. Only Old Mother knows how to run this place right.
Why have you returned? I suspect there must be some reason beyond the desire. My name is Yaru, though some of the locals disparagingly refer to me as... Yet... I am at the stage of my life in which I long... Unfortunately, this town presents... Farewell. Perhaps we shall...
Can't you just sleep? Sorry. Just...
I suppose you have done a just thing here, but remember, Sun Li needs you, and he is in terrible danger. You really shouldn't waste your time here in this tea house. Remember, go to the ruin.
Oja we no pa ia fuk no son kut wivra. Epafawe.
There you are! I confess that when I got down here, I wasn't sure I actually met you. Too much wine in me. I thought you might have been a dream. But here you are. I can take you to the pirates if you still want to go. Might be a dangerous trip. The river has been running fast since the dam was opened. But it won't be any worse than the pirates themselves. I'll take you. And if the pirates slit your throat and dump your body in the river, I'll bring you back to town for a nice burial. If they leave your body on land, you're out of luck.
Well, it would seem we have little choice. I certainly hope we won't regret asking Rue to help us.
I can take you no farther. Be wary in this place. Pirates everywhere. Of course. You can count on me. If any pirates come by and try to take my barge, I'll show them how well I use my paddle. Good luck to you in there. And if you need to leave in a hurry, just come running.
Nigno irkut fan sonwisong o fir nawas wasa ir sonwat.
I'm sorry. Your brothers inside made me clean up their chicken bones. I came as soon as I finished, but in my haste I tripped and fell down the stairs.
Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku. Wono wir apa wafo ukir okir wo. Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku.
I'm sorry. Don't beat me. Make me crawl like a dog? Yeah, this'll teach him a lesson they won't forget. Come on, stupid rope, come on. Make them sorry they ever... Wait, don't hurt me, I was just, Hey, you're no pirate. I remember the face of everyone I used to sail with, and I've never seen you before. My name's Chung. Once I was a pirate on the river, but things were different then. We took pride in our work. We were professionals. Not like these lazy, drunken lout. The younger pirates used to look up to me. Now they treat me like dirt. They treat me worse than that slave cleaning the pier. But I'm gonna get even. I'll show them. Those drunks on the pier were supposed to unload the ship, but they're too lazy to finish the job. They left a cannon suspended above the dock, supported by this single rope. One quick pull and that cannon comes crashing down, taking out the dock and anyone on it. But my old bones can't pull hard enough to loosen the knots in the rope. I got nothing against the kid, but dropping the cannon is the easiest way to wipe out everyone on the pier. Tough break for the kid, but much easier for you.
What? You'd hurt an innocent just...
Your friend...
Nigno irkut fan son. Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku.
Trip me. Want to take the guards on face to face? I won't stop you. Still think you should use the rope, though. Tough break for the... But whatever you're gonna do it quick. Won't be long until those pirates on the dock start wondering.
Longsword. Ice shard. Ice shard.
They're dead. I don't have to sweep the dock no more. You saved me. But there's more pirates inside. Lots more. They'll catch you, and you'll be a slave like the rest of us. Or they'll kill you. This whole island is crawling with pirates. They'll kill you. They won't catch me again. I know where to hide.
Those pirates didn't seem to give you much trouble at all. Back in my day, a pirate knew how to fight, but these young ones are soft and weak. Gao ruined everything. I tried to tell them, but nobody listened. You'd think the Lotus Assassin... Gao the Greater, as he calls himself, is the leader of the guild, a powerful crime syndicate. They never used to bother. Gao himself came and took over our operations. He began building the flyers, and he made slaving our main activity. My own men turned on me. Now they treat me like a dog. A few months later, the Lotus Assassin showed up. Gao must have some kind of deal worked out with them. Whatever they're up to, it must be something. Back in my day, a pirate ship stayed on the water where it belonged. Now they've got some kind of factory up on the top floor where they build those blasted airships. There's something suspicious about those airships. Sure, the pirates use them, but I think that's just a cover so the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please. Ask away, and I'll do my best to answer. Any enemy of... Pirates are hidden away all through this lair. You shouldn't have too much trouble with them. One of Gao's new captains is around. Watch out for her. She's a tough one. Up near the top, you'll find the airships and Gao himself. Maybe Inquisitor Lim, too. He's so cold he could scare a spirit back to life, then scare him dead all over again. Ask away. Oh, I was more than just a pirate. I was captain. I robbed and pillaged up and down these waters, but I did things differently. We sailed... Then Gao came with his Lotus Assassins and airships, and suddenly my ideas were old-fashioned. My men turned on me, and Gao kept me around as a broken-down servant. I spent my life as a pirate, and look where it got me. Now I'm barely above the slaves. If you see Gao, give him a kick for me, even if he's already dead. And watch yourself in this place. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're on the bottom, bowing and scraping.
Longsword. Spirit beat. Ice shard. Thousand Longsword. Ice shard. Spirit beat. You Longsword. Ice shard. Ice shard. Longsword. Thousand cuts. Ice shard. Do not resist. Ice shard. Ice shard. Longsword. Ice shard. Longsword. Ice shard. Ice shard.
He's freed the slaves. You'll pay for that, maggot.
Will I?
If you scum have any sense at all, you'll stand aside. Let me go drive a blade through your master's throat, and I'll forget I saw you.
Oh, certainly. We'll sit back and let you stroll upstairs to kill our leader. Would it help if we drew you a map to his room?
Ukir aku no su'ukut ni sisa ir.
I wasn't serious, you idiot. We're going to kill this intruder and go back to our drinking. He's just one man. He can't beat all of them.
Look around. The odds are not so much in your favor. There's still a chance for you to...
What are you talking about?
You haven't noticed my partner over there watching us? He spent his entire lifetime learning how to kill dogs like you. This is your last chance.
So, the thief brought a friend. That just means you won't die alone.
Spirit me. Ice shard. Longsword.
How'd I know you'd be deadly in a fight? You'll have to accept my apologies for dragging you into that, but I can't afford to be stopped. Not now. My name is Sky. It's good to see there's someone else in this place who can't stand these slaving dogs. We make quite the pair. Indeed. I find I'm just not saved enough these days. Shame, that. It was obvious you worked with the pirates. Why not deal with them quickly? There's bigger game above us. Speaking of which, there's a very secure and equally intimidating gate blocking the way. If we work together, though, it'll be simple to crack. It's funny what things you can learn if you just ask at the right time. Like when you have a knife to someone's throat. Things like how to reach the upper levels of this place despite that security. The door at the top of this stair is locked through a fairly ingenious mechanism. Gao's engineer, Kang the Mad, designed it for security. Kang the Mad is a crafty fellow. The door requires two to unlock it. Up high there is a platform with the release lever. The door must be operated while the lever is held forward. There used to be a sentry up there who handled that kind of thing, but he had an accident. I can climb up and pull the lever easily enough. You can open the door when it's unlocked. My best guess would be guards willing to die for their master. You shouldn't have too much trouble helping them reach that goal. Once the door is open, we can go our separate ways. I have my goals, and I'm sure you have yours. Since we both have much to do, why don't I go unlock the door now? Never fear, there are people I mean to harm, but you are not one of them. I should go now, but I have to ask in case we never meet again. Where did you study?
Watching you fight, I just had to ask. Your technique is like no other I've seen before. No one I've ever met fights like you do. It's subtle, but your movements bait your foes into seeing an opening that isn't there. It's like a clever trap. I'm sorry, I'm wasting time neither of us can spare. I'll get ready and pull the lever when you're near the door. Good luck with whatever brought you to this.
Nara ir fonir wonu kanawa ofa ir kanawa wonu. Ukir nepo, sise sayer wosayer nifuyer. Sayer yo woya yer ni tatatier ni sasapika. Akwakwak wo sosonia sona fonia sisayer nawakok.
Be careful in here. This could be a trap.
Mistress, I am almost ready to return to the Imperial City. Another day, and I will bring you the amulet fragment.
I lose confidence in you with each passing hour, Lim. You should have been back by now. Why haven't you ordered Gao to grant you one of his flyers?
Mistress, Gao's ships are only small flyers. They're good for short-range flights and raiding villages, but not for long journeys. That's why I haven't returned yet.
Don't try to pin your failings on me, Lim. I've delivered everything I promised. It's only a matter of time until I finish the special dragonfly to transport the artifact to the Imperial City.
Until you finish? I designed that dragonfly. I built it, not Gao. That dragonfly is Kang's masterpiece.
Silence the mad fool.
I've heard rumors of a spy disrupting our operations in the Southland. Maybe this is all too much for you to handle. Perhaps I should come out there personally.
That will not be necessary, Mistress. I will deal with the troublemaker here and return to the Imperial City in one day. You heard Mistress Jia. I can't waste any more time here. Get that flyer finished now.
Jia is not my mistress, Lim, and I don't take orders from you either. Remember, if not for my son, you would never have discovered where the glorious strategist was hiding.
I am well aware of your son's role in all this, Gao. In fact, I suspect I know more about him than you do.
What are you talking about? Have you heard something about young Gao? Tell me!
Of course, Gao. I was just waiting for the perfect time to tell you. I received a report from the destruction of 2 rivers. Your son, Gao the Lesser, is dead.
No! This can't be! You lie!
I speak the truth. It seems your son was no match for one of the other students. From the condition of his body, it sounds like he died quite painfully.
No! Young Gao was everything to me. Damn you and your black heart, Lim. Damn you!
I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one's to disturb me. No one.
If I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. We shall see. Get to work, mad fool. Do whatever it takes to get that ship built. I will take a short-range flyer and check on some of our other operations in the area. If the marvelous dragonfly is not ready to launch when I return, those captive demons will have a new playmate.
Interruptions? Who designed that dragonfly? To build something to make his sandals explode.
Ice shard. Longsword. Spirit beat.
This could be a trap.
Mr.
I've heard.
You?
I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one is to disturb me. No one.
If I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. Get it.
Longsword. Ice shard. Longsword. Time.
You handled the guards well with your punching and kicking. I was going to make more of an explodey thing, but kicking worked well too. I am Kang, the man. I make things explode, and I make things fly, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much. Do I build flyers? Do I build flyers? Yes. Have you heard differently? Fantastical things, but misused by Gao and his cohorts. I have saved the best for my... My greatest invention is in the launch room upstairs. Light and fast, she has weapons and capacity no other flyer does. The marvelous Dragonfly. The man with the eye wrap was Inquisitor Lim, a Lotus assassin, very cruel. The wealthy merchant was Gao the Greater, of course. He runs this place. The woman directing them both was Grand Inquisitor Jia. Jia partnered with Gao the Greater and sent Inquisitor Lim here as her representative. And because of their demands, I am forced to make flyers that they misuse. But they won't get the marvelous Dragonfly. My special creation will not be a... I am not Kang the Stupid. Eventually, Gao is going to see me as more nuisance than asset. Plus, he took my amber mosquitoes and ruined them through duplicate. He doesn't understand that multiples diminish the glory of any creation, weakening them all. The marvelous Dragonfly deserves better. I'll take my chances with you. Under protest, Gao does not appreciate what I make. He misuses, and worse, he duplicates and diminishes their glory. Well, Gao wants to give my machine to the Lotus assassins, but I stopped him. I hid the extraneous dust inductor where no one will find it. Try to fly without that. But they can make a new inductor. It is extraneous after all. So, a few days ago, I blew up the inscrutable power source. Now the Dragonfly can only make short hops. Yes, of course. What do you think I've been saying? You need to listen more carefully. If you stage a combat-related accident for Gao, like falling down a flight of punches, I'll replace the inductor on the Dragonfly and we can fly away. What do you say? You are sure to profit from this partnership. In fact, I've never accidentally exploded anyone traveling with me, so that alone is a benefit of my presence. Anyway, you go ahead, and once all the kicking is done, I'll come along and we'll see what's what. For now, let me think. We'll need explosives that explode. Questions are good. It means the wheels are turning. But make it quick. I never let asking get in the way of... Is she one of the slaves? The slave breaker let a girl through this morning. I did not hear her name. I will restate and reiterate as necessary, but... Oh, that's a long story, from what I remember. Some experiments went wrong in my old workshop. The explosions. A few estates burned down. Some other things happened. Gao bribed some officials just as I was about to be quartered by 5 horses. Or would that be quinted? Well, regardless, he brought me here to work for him. Yes, I suppose so. But if you don't mind, I'll stay with the marvelous Dragonfly, which I have pledged to you. I won't let it fall into disrepair while you zip about the Empire. Sure, he rescued me, but only to acquire my inventions and misuse them. You don't send dozens of flyers against pitiful villages. There's no elegance to a swarm. Just like you don't use explosives inspired by the great dragon to carve a treasure chamber. A menial use of power without even a decent crater to show for it. Just next to the launch room. I don't know how you get in or out because it is, after all, behind a massive immobile door. I can think of one way to open it, but I don't have a lever long enough, so you'll have to use your head. Well. No. But if I offer advice, you should at least consider it. Gao ignores guidance. Listen to me, and I'll keep the marvelous Dragonfly the best flyer in the air. I will restate... Master Li? No, I don't think so. Well, I am not so good with names. Or faces. Dates are bad, too. They were full of Lotus assassins, and one big assassin in black armor. They had a prisoner with them, or so I heard, and they all seemed nervous about it. The flyers left for the Imperial City soon after. I will Oh, I would like to put something explodey in his food, just to see if it would make him blink, because that one has dead eyes, like he's missing something. Sometimes he is here, sometimes he is not. I don't know right now which is true. But I know he is dangerous. Very dangerous. Yes, goodbye.
Longsword. Ice Shard. Thousand cuts. Your end is... Ice Shard. Longsword. Ice Shard. Spirit Beat.
Please don't burn me. I'll do it.
I'm sure you will, child. But deep inside, you think you're not a slave. Only true pain will wash away these thoughts. You can have your slaves when they're broken.
Help me.
You wandered into the wrong room.
1,000 cuts. I am healed. I shard. Longsword. I shard. I shard. Your end is near.
Hey, I know you. Mother and I met you when we were trying to get out of Tien's land. I don't want to be a slave. I just want to get out of...
Pawoya Astir, wo sayir. Kosawaya ira fear. Sisauka kawa koi. Uktawayir o pafawanir son sayir. O uno so sonsi. Satha kawayir sonuyir kawayir payir nasi sonkut. O wowo sun so anawa.
I'm glad you're safe.
Did you see Gao when he went by? There was fire in his eye.
There's always fire in his eyes. Dark magic burns inside him.
Yeah, but this time it was worse. Better stay out of his way for the next little while.
Wait a minute. You there! Who are you?
I shard! I shard! I shard! Longsword!
1,000 cuts. Ice shard. Spirit Thief. Thousand cuts.
Look at that flyer. It's beautiful. The marvelous dragonfly is the perfect name.
Spirit Thief. Ice shard. Ice shard. Longsword. 1,000 cuts. Ice shard.
I guess the weapons on that flyer were active. That's certainly one way to take care of a door. Some sort of magic binds this demon. I never expected Gao the Greater to be so powerful.
This area is forbidden. Only Gao himself is allowed to enter. You must be destroyed. You lie, mortal. This place is the domain of Gao. Not even the Lotus Assassins know about it. He did not send you. I am Xianxi, the great elephant demon. Gao's infernal magic summoned me and bound me here to guard this. The penalty for all who enter is death. Gao's power compels me. I must destroy you.
Ice Shard! My style is not working. See ya! Spirit Beat! My style is not longsword.
You dare disturb me in my grief? I said no interruptions. You will pay for... Wait. You are not one of my servants. I know you. You are one of Master Li's students. You were the one who killed my son Gao. Your words mean nothing. You are a murderer, a killer. Gao was everything to me. And damn you in that school. My Gao was never good enough for Master Li. You were always his prize pupil. And now my son is... Gao may be gone, but I will avenge him. I know the styles your broken old master taught you, and I know how to beat them. I promise your death will be both slow and painful.
Longsword, ice shard.
Dead already. Damn it all. I wanted nothing more than to watch this man die. After I left you, I stumbled across some very interesting documents. Perhaps I spent too long poring over them, but I couldn't resist. Let me explain why I'm here. That should clarify things. You saw with your own eyes that these pirates were collecting slaves. True enough, I have a particular hatred for slave. Gao's slaving operation found its way to my home several years ago. I was away at the time, but my daughter was there. Those black-hearted bastards took my daughter, Pin Mei. They killed her for resisting them. She was my only child. I lost her mother when Pin Mei was born, but my daughter was something precious in return. The slavers offered no such consolation. It has been 3 years since I lost my daughter, and I have spent that time tracking down the men who took. My search led me here, to the lair of Gao the Greater. His men took my daughter, and I meant to even the score. On my way up here, I stumbled across records that show that this goes beyond Gao. The Lotus Assassins are his primary buyer. Is that so? There can be no doubt. This goes beyond Gao the Greater. I have my vengeance, but how many others have suffered as I have because of the Lotus Assassin? Do you mean to go further with this? I would join you. Only a fool would oppose the Lotus Assassins, but two fools working together stand a better chance than one. Consider how our skills complement each other. I can get into places people would prefer I never see, and out of places people would prefer I never leave. There's also my knack for finding things. For instance, I was nosing around and stumbled across this.
Hey, that's the dust inductor I was hiding. The dragonfly can't fly without it. It was under the floorboards in my workshop last I looked. Well, next time I hide something, I'm packing explosives around it. Yes, explosives shaped like silver bananas. Stops thieves, monkeys, and monkey thieves in one fell swoop.
In my mind, you stand the best chance of facing down Gao's masters. We also have a far greater chance of succeeding together rather than apart.
I don't know if I trust this man, but we can't afford to turn away potential allies, not with what lies ahead.
Your companion's ability to judge character is matched only by her beauty. I may not be the most constant of men, but I am true. I assure you, I will be as devoted and capable as any of your other companions.
Ha! If I could harness all that hot air, I could make a furnace to power the whole of the Imperial City. Well, if you're done with all the talking, I have to go make the dragonfly ready for some flying. Aye! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The marvelous dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim for a short way. The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source. I don't know. There was one here for the dragonfly, until I blew it up. That was the only way to keep Inquisitor Lim from taking my dragonfly to the Imperial City. I know the assassins have another one. They were using it for blasting an excavation. If you're looking for the inscrutable power source, now we should leave here. We can make it as far as that nearby town, Tien's Landing. I know the winds between here and there. Mostly. I mostly know the winds. It will be fine. Don't worry about that. When the marvelous dragonfly takes off, the Earth... Your friend will see us take off, and he'll head back to town on... I'll stay here with the flyer. I'll keep her warm.
We should get back to town and be on our...
Are you ready to go back to Tien's Landing now? Ha ha! Everybody on board! The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight!
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. The
poor guess, I'm sure.
No, no. The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflect. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it. Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But if he thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever Be well, my friend.
I will be more used to you here than traipsing about away from my tools.
My blades are yours to command.